Tuesday, May 20, 2025 meeting of the City Property Committee. I now call this meeting to order. Please be advised that FATV is conducting an audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please identify themselves now for the record by stating and naming their city of residence. Seeing none, at this time I ask that all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. This evening we have Councillor Boschman, Councillor Cragen, and myself, Councillor Van Hazingen, present. And we have two items on our agenda. I would invite anyone in the audience who wishes to speak to please approach the podium, identify yourself by name and address, identify the agenda item on which you wish to speak, and then you may speak for no more than 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Dr. Joshua Klaus, resident of Fitchburg. I'm here to speak in support of petition 09-25. I had the privilege to know Mr. Kaddy decades ago, and I think this is a perfect way to memorialize everything he's done for this city and our communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. So the first item on our agenda is 8925. Order that the City Council of the City of Fitchburg, duly elected and qualified and acting as such, on behalf of the city, votes to authorize the mayor to execute an extension of the lease by in between the City of Fitchburg and Crown Atlantic Company, LLC, as a successor of Bell Atlantic Mobile of Massachusetts Corporation, Limited, doing business as Verizon Wireless, for the property located at 1078 Franklin Road, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, for the final renewal term of 5 years commencing on April 15th, 2025 and ending April 15th, 2030, to take any other action necessary or convenient to carry out this vote. So this involves a cell tower that is on city property. It's by the water tower off of Franklin Road, and currently Verizon Wireless leases space on the tower. The lease has been in place since 2005, and it was a 10-year term, and there have been 3 5-year renewals. We're at the last renewal, and it's just time to renew it. We don't have anybody here for the city to present. Do I have any questions from councilors?
No, none for me.
No.
All right. So I'll entertain any motion that the committee puts forward.
Motion to accept?
I'll second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, it passes 3-0. Second, we have item 9225, a resolution that Councillor Andrew Kuchar to rename the Crocker Splash Pad at Crocker Park to the Joel Kaddy Memorial Splash Pad. I will recuse myself from this item due to the appearance of a conflict of interest, and I would invite Council President Zarella to step in my place so that we can maintain a quorum and hear this item. Thank you very much.
All right. I think that our policy is that we have to vote who is going to chair a subcommittee meeting if the chair steps away. Is that correct, Mr. President?
Generally, yes, but in this case, in his earlier email, the chair designated you as the substitute chair, so yep. I would say unless either of us objects.
Well, let me think about this, Anthony. I'm all right.
All right, I will step forward then. So 092-25 is the resolution that Councillor Andrew Kuchar to rename the Crocker Splash Pad at Crocker Park to the Joel Kaddy Memorial Splash Pad. Discussion on the item. Mr. President.
I would just like to note that it was my great privilege to serve on the council with Joel Kaddy. He was something of a mentor to me as I learned the ropes of this role. And I know that he always had, both in his years as a police officer and as city councilor, a great dedication to the community and to the youth of the community. And so I find this to be a very fitting memorial for him. I hope that it will at some point, if not right away, include some manner of memorial plaque so that people visiting will know who he was and what he did. But I am very glad to be able to vote in favor of this. I yield the floor.
Thank you. Councillor Boschman, anything to share?
Yeah, I can remember my first time being on the council, Mr. President, Mrs. Chair, and I never sat right over here. But it wasn't in this place, it was at Memorial Junior High. And I'll never forget, I was in one of my rare moves and somebody was coming into the council. It was one of the landlords, and we were talking about Chestnut Street. And we're talking on and on. You know how I get. So Joe gets his phone and he goes, you know, to me to shut up. But other than that, I agree with everybody here. I knew Joe for a long, long time. I worked with Joe at the old mill, not the old mill, but where you eat. And I was a dishwasher and he was a cook. So he was quite a nice guy there. And he's a good person, very good person. So I would support this. Because he deserves it, and I'm very hard to please. As you saw, I got a petition in right after this to put a halt on everything. So I have no gripes with this one here, and I will support it wholeheartedly.
Okay. So I'll I'll make a third. Councillor Kaddy was an enormous advocate for children, also for athletic activity for kids in Fitchburg. He was always looking for bicycles, and if there was a kid who needed a bicycle, he would find them a bicycle plus a helmet plus anything else they needed. Longtime advocate of Longshow. I think that, you know, his heart was, you know, all Fitchburg, and the fact that Councillor Kuchar mentioned to me that the folks over at Luck asked if this could be named after Councillor Kaddy, so that there is neighborhood support. Again, I'm assuming that the diligence has been done with the family to be agreeable on this, so I would be thrilled to hear a motion on behalf of this so we can send it to the full council.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. A motion passes. All right, Joel Kaddy, we miss you so much. Councillor Boschman?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right, motion made and seconded to adjourn. That does it for this meeting. We'll see you again at 6 o'clock for the Economic Development Subcommittee. Thank you, and thank you, Joel Kaddy, for your years of service.